इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this special series of Bharat Franchisee Show. This is our 20th edition, and again with the same excitement and aim to help you in your journey to become an entrepreneur, we are here. Franchisee India has helped thousands of investors in selecting the right opportunity and in turn assisted various organizations in international and domestic franchisee expansion and business development. Today is our Shivratri special webinar. So we did celebrate Shivratri yesterday also, but as you all know that in India we celebrate one festival for 2 days. So we're going to help you in discovering a carefully selected range of iconic and profitable brands actively seeking franchisee partners in India. With a proven track record of success, these brands are committed to providing extensive support and guidance to empower you in the entrepreneur journey. So before I'll start introducing you with the brands we are going to present to you today, let me just quickly run you through with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, I would request you to please type your question into the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our presentation. So as you know that in Bharat Franchisee Show, we give you the opportunity to explore 4 to 5 brands in one window. After each presentation, we are going to take up some questions from the Q&A box. So while we are running you through with the brand presentation and brand details, you can keep writing your questions and queries to make this webinar more interactive. So with this, let me just introduce you with our first brand for the day. Our first brand is Direct English. The UK's leading learning provider in English language courses, uniquely designed to build confidence in speaking the English language to allow individuals open up opportunities in work, at home, travel, or all the places. We have Mr. Namit. He is the CEO at Direct English. He is looking after the expansion of Direct English franchisee in Indian market. I would like to request Mr. Amit to take the lead and tell us more about the brand and also about the business opportunity they have with Direct English into the Indian market. Over to you, Mr. Namit.
Yeah, thank you, Neha. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Quickly, I will share a small presentation with every viewer. So, first and foremost, Direct English being a UK-based brand, so let's understand that English is now spoken in more than 94 countries worldwide, and approximately 2 billion population speak English as a primary language. And in India also, being very diversified kind of cultures and The language also changes after every 300 kilometers. So English is one of the connecting languages, right? So hence English language is very much there as an important aspect in India, and it's a 40,000 crore market which is there in India. So let us understand about the company. So this brand is from the parent company called Lingua Phone Group, which is into English language training since 1901. 120 years plus legacy that they have. They are already operating in more than 20 countries worldwide. Entire Middle East and South Asian countries, they are already there. They teach annually approximately 1 lakh plus students through two different mediums. One is through the learning centers that they have in different parts of the world. Plus, they also have a model called Direct English Live Interactive, where the native trainers of UK train the students through online medium. These are some of the countries that they are available. You can see entire Middle East like Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, right, Bahrain, Iraq, all these countries they are already available. As I told to you, they also have a model where the native trainers of UK train the students, and they have successfully trained more than 75,000 students through this medium. Mr. Louis Alexander is the face behind this brand, who is not only the founder but also created the entire content. He is known as the grammar guru in the circles of UK. He himself has been a Guinness Book of World Record holder, where he sold more than 4.7 million books in a year. He was also an advisor to University of Cambridge and has been the face behind creation of this CEFR, which is Common European Framework of References, which are the guiding principles for learning any foreign language. As I briefed you, Indian market size is very huge, approximately 40,000. The entire market is very fragmented, and there is no any key player which is available on the national front. And with that view in mind, we have brought this brand to India, where we are expanding it nationally. In terms of the English language training market drivers, there are divided on three. One is B2C, business to consumer, then business to business, and business to government. Out of this, 90% of the market share is towards B2C, which are the student population. So my program can have a target audience from a sixth grade student to even a college student, a college pass out, or even a working professional, because we follow CFR, which I will be showing you in the subsequent slides. Let us first understand the direct English live benefits. First and foremost, the entire content and the curriculum that the student gets is on Learning Cloud, which is a two-way interactive platform of LMS. It's a video-based real-life scenarios where the student can relate to the characters, and we talk about the usable English. Second, the entire syllabi is cyclical in nature. It means the topic covered in lesson 1 gets rephrased and reproduced in lesson 4, so that the student can build on the English communication skills. Last but not the least, the quality of trainers that we intend to have should be certified, either CELTA certified, IELTS certified trainers that we propose to be recruited. Let us understand from our methodology. So in terms of the methodology, as I told you, we follow CFR. So there's foundation plus 8 levels of English, where the first 3 levels are the basic, then 4, 5, 6 are interaction level, where 9 grammar areas are covered, and 7, 8 are the advanced levels of English. Whenever a student comes to us, there's a free test which happens on Direct English platform to understand the current level of student, and accordingly the level is suggested. As you can see, we cover all the 4 aspects of English, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Plus, the student also gets a certificate from Direct English, which is as per CEFR. I'm also happy to announce that we are also the authorized registration partner for IDP IELTS. So any student who want to go abroad, they go for IELTS examination. So my business partners can also register a student for IELTS examination and can also train the students on the IELTS training. There are 3 kind of business opportunities or 4 kind of business opportunities for different kind of business partners. They can have the offline students, who are the students who can come down to a training center to get trained. The second is the online students, where you can also integrate with the Zoom and you can conduct the classes for the online mode. We can also look at school and institutional tie-ups, and also there are a lot of requirements in the corporate trainings. So all these 4 kind of business opportunities are available for a business person. We also have short-term program, we also have an advanced program, and we also have an IELTS preparation program. So a student can opt for any of these programs. As I told you, It's a hybrid model. It's an instructor-led training, but the entire content and curriculum that the student gets is on Learning Cloud, which is a two-way interactive platform. It's a beautiful structured program that we are offering to students at large. In terms of the Indian go-to-market strategy, what we have done is we have divided the entire country into 21 regions, right? And one is that area developer. Area developer will be having that entire state rights and will act as a regional office, or somebody who want to start their own single standard training center. For unit franchisee, we require 1,200 square feet of space with an investment of around 15 lakh rupees, 12 to 15 lakh rupees, wherein 8 to 10 lakh rupees will go into the regional setup and 4 lakhs is the franchise fees. For area developers, however, we have created a rollout plan in terms of the minimum number of centers that state can have, and dependent on that area developer fees is allocated. For different states, the area developer fees is different, where they need to also have one of the training center, which will act as a regional office, plus they get the revenue from not only the franchise fees, but also revenue from every student studying in all these training centers under them. So these are some of the highlights of direct English. I can now look forward for any questions in case you have. Any questions that you may look forward for? Neha, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Namit, I would like to take up some questions from the Q&A box now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for a brief, and you've done it even before time. So thanks a lot for that. And I think
Yes.
you have given us a brief about the brand. As you know that we have a time limit here on this platform, on this webinar, so we won't be able to give you, a detailed information related to the brand. But yes, we try to give you the main information about the brand so that you will get a little understanding, and then we can communicate
Let me
further.
also add one point that Neha, you can circulate with them a live webinar that we are conducting on 13th of March.
Yes.
At 4 p.m., where
yes,
exclusively direct English will be spoken about, and the investors can have detailed discussion and detailed parameters for direct English.
correct. And even we can connect on one-to-one also. So either way is convenient for us. So with this, I would like to take up the questions from the Q&A box. And guys, if you have any query related to this brand, the information which Mr. Namit has shared with you, anything you want to ask, you can leave it into the Q&A box, because now we are starting taking up the questions. So the first question which is there in the Q&A box is being asked by Mr. Samar. And he's asking about the fee structure and the margins. If you can put some light on this and give us a brief over it.
So as I told you, there are two kind of programs for every level. First and foremost, whenever student comes, we take a free placement test called diagnostic test, wherein we check the student's current status of English, and according to the program is suggested. In every level, there's a short program and there's an advanced program. The short program fee structure is around 7,000 rupees. For an advanced program, the fees is around 18 to 19,000 rupees. In the 7 to 8,000 rupees, you get a margin of around 5,000, 5,500. And on 18, 19,000 program, you get a margin of around 15,000 rupees.
Okay. There is one more question which I would like to take up now, is how will the franchisee partner make money and what is the ROI?
Okay. See, for any educational institution, this is the best business opportunity because this business is measurable. Plus, there's no recession in this business. Why I say measurable? Because there are three components on which the entire dynamics of a business lies. One is if the premises, the rentals. Second, the HR cost. Third is your marketing and other expenses. And education is one business where you can actually know that what kind of an expenses are there in terms of my operating expenses. And accordingly, you can have the number of students that you may require to get into a break-even mode. For example, we require 1,200 square feet of space. The rental can vary anywhere from 40,000 rupees to 70,000 rupees, right? The HR cost also, because we require 3 to 4 team members, which requires one center head, one counselor, one marketing guy, and a trainer, right? So the salary range also around 75,000 rupees to 1.25 lakh rupees. And similarly, the other expenses, expenses are around 50,000 rupees. So the break-even point or the ROI can be generated within a span of 6 to 7 months, because we can conduct various batches in a day, and we also have 2 to 3 classrooms in a setup, so we can have multiple batches in a day. So any student, any center can enroll as many number of students in a particular day, and the student will also come only for 3 days a week. So you can have multiple batches, multiple students, and multiple target segments, which I told to you, from sixth grade to even a college student, even a working professional.
Very well explained, Mr. Namit. Guys, I can see some of you raising your hands. I would request you to please leave your questions into the Q&A box, as at this platform we won't be, allowing you on coming on this speaker. So you can just leave your message, your questions into the Q&A box, and we will take up the question. We will provide you answer here in the live webinar itself. So before we move forward, I would want to ask you one more question, Amit ji, if you can just answer me over the centers you have you are
Yes.
running into the Indian market, because so we know about direct English that you have other centers. You have so many centers altogether when we talk about global, but how many centers we have in India and how exactly they are doing into the market?
Okay. So as I speak, we have already given the area developer rights for Northeast, Delhi NCR, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Kerala. Out of which three of my centers are already live, one in Satyaniketan in Delhi, one in Chennai, Anna Nagar, and one in Kukatpalli in Hyderabad. I also have signed up 2 to 3 more unit franchises, one in Kullu in Himachal, one in Kolkata. So all these training centers will be live, hopefully by April end, right? Three of my centers are already live, and they have started getting inquiries, and they are getting the admissions also.
Wonderful. I think it's really wonderful to know that you already have so many centers, the centers which are actually running successfully in the Indian market, and you still have many which are already in process to take forward. So thank you so much. Wish you all the good luck for your brand, and I hope that we will have investors who are showing interest into your brand, and we will have a conversation which we are going to take forward post this webinar. So thanks a lot.
Thank
So with
you.
this, guys, I would like to move forward, and let me just introduce you with our next brand for today. Our next brand is Car Spa. The core business is to provide high-end detailing and car paint protection services in India. They believe in a science-based approach to auto detailing. They have 90 plus studios in India and abroad with 16 plus years of amazing detailing experience. We have Miss Sonika here, Miss Sonika and Miss Sonali, both of are the part of Car Spa. They both have joined here us today to tell you more about the brand and also about the business opportunity they have to share with you in Indian market. So I would like to welcome both of you here in this panel, and I would request you to please tell us more about the brand and also about the business opportunity you have to share here. Over to you, Sonali and
Right.
Sonika.
Thank you, Neha.
Hi, everyone. Yes, thank you, Neha, for introducing us. Fine. Just a second. Let me just adjust with my video. If you can allow me 2 minutes. Yes, please.
Meanwhile, guys, I would request you to keep writing your questions into the Q&A box and avoid raising your hands. Anything you want to ask, we are open to answer your queries. Just write your question and leave into the Q&A box.
Right. Okay. Fine, Neha. Thank you so much. All right. Just a minute. It's Is my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible, Sonika.
Okay. All right, fine. So we are basically a brand called Car Spa, CARZSPA. Why I'm emphasizing it? Because Car Spa is the pioneer of the beauty salons for car in India. We are the first brand who has the systematic franchisee chain since 2006. We are operating since 2006. Our main, job is to help people to maintain their car, whether it is 10-year-old car or it's a showroom looking new car. We help people to maintain the newness of the car as it is. If it is 10-year-old car, you can transform it to showroom looking new, and if it is already new, you can take some protection measures. That is what we do. Now when you come to automotive aftermarket segment, this is called basically an automotive aftermarket segment. So people who have the neck for cars, helping people to keep it shiny, glossy, Those are, this business is good for those kind of people who are looking a good business setup in a moderate investment of around 18, 19 lakhs with the average earnings of every month around 8 to 10 lakh rupees gross revenues. Then Carspa is a very good brand to go for. We as a brand help people to not just set it up, but also to run it successfully. However, we have a FOFO model where franchisee owns the franchisee partner owns the franchisee and operates as well. But we have designed our system and support in such a way that we help you to overcome the two basic phases of business. First is how to set it up, and second is how to make it successful. Right, so we help you out with all the required machineries. We help you out with proper trainings for the business owner as well as for the workers. Then, we help you out with the products, the inventory part. We also have in-house interior designer who designs for you. You'll have to execute it though at your end, but they help you to design it, to plan it well. And once your studio is up in the market, we help you out to do the marketing. We help you out with business lead generation, business generation. After that, we also provide you a relationship manager who helps you to grow this business with their strategic input. And like you can see, Ankur Sama and Deepam Sama, the people behind this brand, they also get involved with each of our franchisees in every month goal setting meetings and everything. So with which we ensure that whoever becomes our franchisee partner can be successful in this business. It's not just about opening the franchisee. We believe in running it successfully. So a complete support system comes in. Now, if we come to the basic of this business, then firstly, the investment is around 18 lakhs plus GST, right? You will need a space of around 2,000 square feet as a showroom. Either it can be an open land or it can be a rented showroom. We will help you out to design it. And yes, and the turnovers you can expect is around 8 to 10 lakh as a gross turnovers. If we talk about the profit margins, and on an average, you get the profit margins of around 50%. After removing the four major costs of any business, which is rent, salaries, marketing cost, and the product inventory cost. So after that, you are left with the revenue margins of around 50%, which is quite a very good margin in any automotive business. If we compare it with any other kind of a business, like tire businesses have around 7 to 10% of profit margins. So detailing is highly profitable and margin oriented thing. There are few good perks with brand Carspa. First is that we don't charge any franchisee fees. Second is we don't take any royalty fees. So you need not to share anything from your gross turnovers with us, neither from the profits. And it is a one-time investment. Basically, our model is very simple. We are product-based company. So you will have to buy the products from Carspa, and that is how we create a win-win situation. We help you to bring more business so that you can use more products. And if you use more products, you will order more products. So that's how the complete business model works. So yeah, I guess I have summarized a lot of things into it. I can take up a question if somebody has a specific question about it, Neha.
Sure, certainly. Thank you so much, Sonika. Before we start taking up the question, anything, Sonali, which you want to add on?
I think all of the points have been covered now. In case if anybody has queries, we are open to answer that.
Certainly, certainly. So I would like to take up some questions from the Q&A box. Mr. Samar has asked, what is the ticket size and the margins?
Okay, so we have three different services, basic services, right? And all the ticket margins of all the services differ. But we have three basic services: car cleaning, which includes car washing and interior cleaning. The range of that is around between 500 rupees to 10,000 rupees. So an average billing value, an average ticket size for this will be 5,000 rupees per car. If we go to the second part, which is car restoration, so all the transformation happens in this, from the old car to new car. So all the detailing service happens in this. For that, it is between 5,000 to 10,000 rupees. Third is paint protection. So paint protection is, why to wait till all the environmental damage comes on the car? We can protect it from the day one. Like we put a screen guard or a cover on our mobile phone, we can put some paint protection on our car, like ceramic coating or paint protection films. Now these are coatings are between 15,000 to 50,000, and PPFs are between 80,000 to 2 lakh rupees. So we have a very wide spectrum of services to cater to our clients, right from 500 rupees to 2 lakh rupees.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, then I'll move forward to another question. And the next question is what about the marketing support? What marketing support you will be providing to the franchisee partner?
Okay, so like marketing is a very vast, actually, a service in itself. But we have to touch all the points of marketing. We start with the digital marketing first. We will provide you a complete digital platform. Like we will provide you a micro website for the franchisee partner. Our franchisee partner gets listed on our official website, which has almost around 30,000 visitors every month. Then we generate good leads for them, online marketing leads and inquiries for the first month. They are given a good Instagram and Facebook profiles. SEO based Google listing is done. So basically we are trying to open all the doors for the customers to reach out to our franchisee. That's the first step. Then after, our marketing team and the relationship manager who works very closely to our franchisee, they get involved with them at each and every stage, find out that what works in their market area, and then accordingly we take a lot of steps. Like in certain area, offline marketing works very good. Tying up with certain dealerships or tying up with certain other brands, that helps a lot. And in some, social media marketing does a very good wonders. One of our franchisee generates almost around 8 to 10 lakh rupees of business just through Facebook ads. So they have, along with our marketing team, we have cracked the code that what works with minimal efforts. We help them out that, how to take out good fruit of those marketing.
Certainly, I think this is really important, and the way you have explained it, I think it is going to give a benefit to the franchisee partner if they're planning to start the franchisee with Car Spa.
Yes.
And one thing which I want to ask you is this the only product which you do provide, or you do also provide the training to the employees, to the staff who will be hiring for the particular outlet?
Right. Very nice question, yeah. Actually, training is one of the core thing in our industry. We want somebody who's very passionate for cars and car detailing. That's why we have designed a very detailed training course. Our induction training, the first training that helps to people start it, is into 3 modules. 2 modules are for the business owner. So we teach them technical detailing with practical and theory classes. Second is, for them, it is not enough to just learn detailing. They have to understand the market. They have to understand the business and sales also. So there will be a business and sales training. And third training is given to the staff, where our team, the head office team, travels to the franchisee store. They install all the machines and they train their staff. So this is an induction training that helps them to start it. But like they say that learning never ends. So training has to be upgraded every time we introduce anything new, or even somebody wants a revision training, that is also available.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks a lot, Sonika and Sonali, for your time. And thank you for a wonderful brief about your brand. Wish you all the good luck. I
Thank you
hope
so
that you will have so many outlets very soon. One last question, if you could just answer how many outlets the stores we already have in Indian market, and on what locations we are present at present?
We are almost present everywhere. We have 90 plus studios right now operational in the market. And one of the very good achievement that we are coming up is that Carspa is the first brand to have a studio even in Leh Ladakh. So no Indian detailing brand has reached there, and they're coming up there also. So right from Jammu Kashmir is remaining, but from the north to south, Nagarcoil, Kanyakumari, we have franchisee studios everywhere.
That's, I think, wonderful and in itself talk about the success. So I'll end this, or I'll move forward with the last question, which I'll take up for you, and then we'll move forward to our next friend. The question being asked by Prasanna Kumar: how competitive you guys with 3M? Do you also supply any car care products to sell in premises?
Yes, we provide. We have our own retail range also, which our franchisee partners can sell it to the customer. So maybe you can say that it is an upgraded sell. Like suppose if your customer gets ceramic coating done from you, you can recommend them some ceramic shampoos, some microfibers, even some car perfumes to utilize and maintain their car. Those kind of retail products are available and can only be sold through our franchisee stores. 3M, if we talk about 3M, like every brand has their own set of clients. Like Cafe Coffee Day also has a customer, and Starbucks also has a customer. It's different positioning, targeting different people. So we are targeting people who are driving cars between 20 lakhs to 60 lakhs. The mid segment, the mass premium segment, they are our end customer. And to just help you out with this one, I would say this is our core values. So people who match to this value will choose Carspa over 3M. So people who are preferring the innovative services, best quality products, and very expert approach, they comes to us. We also say that we provide international quality at Indian prices. So people who believe in value as well as in a good quality, Carspa is the best choice for them.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sonika. Thanks a lot for the wonderful brief. And I'm still getting some questions, but as everybody knows that we have a time limit here, and we have to keep moving forwards so that all the brands would be able to present their brand and the opportunity with all the participants. So thanks a lot for your time, and I hope that you will have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Sonali.
Thank you.
With this,
Thank
I would
you.
like to thank you. I would like to move forward to our next brand for today. And our next brand for today is Stress Lounge. They are North India's biggest salon chain, a multiple award-winning luxury hairdressing brand with more than 2 decades of experience. We have Mr. Vikas here on this panel today from Stress Lounge to tell you more about the brand and also about the business opportunity they have to share with all of you into Indian market with their own brand. I would like to welcome Mr. Vikas here on this platform, and I would request him to tell us more, to our participants, more about the brand and also about the business opportunity, how they can be a part with Stress Launch as a partner, and how they can grow along. Thank you so much, Vikas. Over to you.
Hi, Neha. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Great. So very good evening to all the ladies and gentlemen who are there in the call. So I'm going to tell you about Tress Launch. Tress Launch is basically founded in 2003 with a luxury concept. So we are enjoying the legacy of almost 21 years. So recently we have celebrated our anniversary of 21st year, which was attended by all the Bollywood and Bollywood stars. So as of now, Tress Launch started with luxury salon market from Chandigarh as a base location. So we have gradually expanded our geographical presence across the markets. So currently we have 52 plus salons all across India. So we are majorly dominant in Tri-City, Chandigarh, Panchkula, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, wherein the first store was launched in Himachal Pradesh. 10 days ago. So we have already done our maiden entry in Haryana with a grand store coming in Karnal in Model Town. Trust launch, basically, we have started up this franchisee concept almost 1.5 years ago. And since then, we have signed up close to 13 salons, and we are aggressively penetrating across the northern Indian markets. Punjab would be majorly our focus area, and Delhi NCR would be so. So I would like to take you through the brief presentation that would that would be providing the detailing about the dress launch, right? So this is basically a graph of our geographical presence. So as you can see that on the right hand side, the red marks are showing our presence area, and the gray marks are basically showing the potential area where we are currently targeting. Though some of the areas we have already captured, but the major portion of the Punjab and Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, Haryana has yet to be captured. So we are targeting these locations. Right. So this is basically a brand breakup. Dress Launch has currently 16 plus salons. So we have two brands. Probably we are not discussing about the other brand, which is basically a mid-segment brand called Hair Razor. So we are not discussing about it. So we are currently discussing about the Dress Launch only. So we have total 22 plus salons across Tri-City and parts of Northern India, right? So basically, this is the brand portfolio of our salon. So we do have a product portfolio of all the international brands, like in the likes of Craste, L'Oreal, Kasmara, Dior, and these are basically beauty and makeup both. These are both the brands. So the basically objective is major objective is basically say no to any customer, because we have a mix of products as well. So we do have the lower segment of the product like matrix, like. So these are the basically the services that we offer in Dress Launch. So we have a mix of hair artistry, makeup, nail art, aesthetics, beauty, and hair spa. Other than that, we also focus majorly on the education part. Though we have our Dress Launch Academy in affiliation with L'Oreal, right? So the major portion of the business comes from the hair artistry and the makeup. So almost 70% of the business that these two categories contribute, and rest of the 30% business that we basically we do get from other categories. So we have a strong tie-up with the Indian celebrities who are quite active on the social media platforms like Tanya and B Prax. So and many more celebrities. The idea is basically to connect with the youth segmentation of the customers, because most of the India's youth is basically on the Instagram and the social platforms. So when we connect, so basically when we connect them, so it actually gives us a very different sort of feeling, right? We do understand a lot about the marketing dynamics and how do we operate as a brand. So this is basically an overview of our offerings. So this is a very brief and comprehensive overview of our curriculum that covers basically hair artistry, makeup. So as I told you that, so basically this is in affiliation with the Arth, L'Oreal. So all the major activities are being supervised by the L'Oreal professionals. So we have grand academy of almost about 300, 500 square feet. So that basically focus majorly on the education part. So people from different background, comes from other parts of northern India. They basically come here, do groom their, do just groom themselves through the different sort of skills. So this is basically a portion that is captured from our academy. So our academy majorly focus on the education part. That is usually, you can also see in the bottom the graduation ceremony, which is facilitated by Mr. Asim Kaushik, who is a head of L'Oreal India. So basically, the idea and objective of this facilitation ceremony is basically to motivate the young crowd and to basically to contribute immensely in their horizontally perspective as well. So we do focus more on redefining luxury through a customer delight, right? So all these basically sessions do gets conducted in our Dress Launch Academy. So we can see a basically major churning out of the students in the last 1.5 year, that we have significantly growing almost about by 100% in our academy. That clearly shows that a lot of young crowds are basically shifting towards this industry, because this industry has been revolutionized in the last 5 years or so, especially post COVID, right? A lot of people have started investing on their personal grooming and just to understand the new skills. So Dress Launch is basically the right place where they can groom their skills and sharpen out their existing skills. So this is majorly a financial snapshot of our salon. So these are basically differentiated based on certain parameters like the total area, franchisee fee, and the average ROI one is looking for. So we have taken a minimum base of 1,000 square feet and 2,000 square feet in the terms of luxury. So as of now, we are talking about Dress Launch. So in 2,000 square feet, one is basically looking for a minimum investment of 70 lakhs. That covers civil work, interior work, and up to the completion of the task, right? So within 70 lakhs, one can expect the good salon basically coming up with, right? And the ROI that we are looking for is 60 to 66% over the period of time. So that defines the payback period of 2.5 years, right? So we are just looking for people who can actually partner with us, having a very strong business development and CRM skills, with sufficient funds. Also, our basically focus is to capture the market through the young entrepreneurs, who basically carry a lot of passion for the salon and grooming industry, right? So at the same time, we are also aggressively penetrating across the real estate projects, emerging projects, which are coming across the northern India. So we are in touch with the developers, and also at the same time, we are looking for people who basically carry some who are basically carrying the same sort of experience in the beauty industry, who can actually prove out to be a valuable asset for us, right? So this is majorly a partner profile, prospective partner profile that we are looking for. So a bit about the Dress Launch as a brand. So we are enjoying the legacy of 21.5 years, right? We are about to complete the 22nd year as well. So we know the salon dynamics, how the salon operates, basically what are the operational glitches, and how we can overcome those challenges arising in the salon industry. So the best part of our franchisee model is that, like, some of our franchises who are associated with us, they have opened their multiple salons. Only this is supported by the fact that this brand has been supporting them throughout every thick and thin, even during the COVID time. Ultimately, so our only objective was to to make sure that we are supporting them through every thick and thin of the market, though during the COVID time. So the market has seen immense challenges, but thankfully we have overcome all those challenges, and we are turning out to be the North India's largest salon beauty chain as of now. So we with these basically with these financial snapshot, one can easily, the best part is that like we have never even winded up even a single salon. That basically defines our success of the operations, the way we run the operations with all the having with the 360-degree support system. Like we have a in-house operational team, marketing team, HR team, accounts team, and the franchisee business development team, basically, and these verticals are ensuring that their, I mean, the work in their respective areas are being completed within the deadlines. And we are quite happy to introduce our entry even in Haryana as well. So we have signed up a grand salon which are coming in the month of April. So we are quite happy the way people are associating with us, and they are also giving us an opportunity to learn so many things even in the brand. So since we are in a growing stage, so I would also like to invite some more franchisee partners who basically carry the same amount of passion and energy, who are willing to grow with us, because this brand has just started taking off and the sky is the limit for us. So we are targeting at least 100 salons in the next 5 years. And the objective is basically to penetrate across the markets where across the emerging markets where we see a huge amount of potential, especially the young crowd as well. So that's it from the brand. So if you talk about franchisee sport, now the question basically arises like, if you pay us, like what do we offer you, right? We do offer you the 360-degree marketing support. We have our in-house teams that are based across different cities. So basically the objective is to support each franchisee to make sure that they should not be only growing with us, but they should be able to have, absorb the complete understanding about the business, right? As it is clearly mentioned that we do, I mean, we have an operation team, and the objective of having an operation team is to make sure that we do handhold the franchisee at the initial stage, because a lot of people who are associating with us, basically they don't come from the salon industry, right? So the idea is basically to make sure that they do, they can enjoy the independency, right? Secondly, having our own person deployed at the initial stage makes the franchisee sure that he should be able to have grabbing the complete understanding about the product knowledge, and the sort of experience that we carry. We do like to convey the same, right? So initial inputs ensure that I mean, the salon is run with a successful operations. Secondly, we also have our in-house team basically who assists the franchises to initiate the site finalization and guide them on the market dynamics, like what sort of demographical background of the customer, what sort of competition is there in the market, so how do we benchmark the competition. So we also help them finalizing the layouts, and because we have I mean, tie up with all the international approved architect who basically assist us in finalizing the layout and all. So we have our HR team who and the objective is to ensure that we do I mean, onboard all the people before the salon operations kick starts. I mean, we only hire the experienced people from the market who do carry at least 5-6 years of experience, having the solid feedback mechanism, right? So once the team is hired, basically they are sent in the Tress Launch Academy, where they are basically trained under the professionals from the L'Oreal only. So the objective is basically to ensure that their existing skills are sharpened out. They should be taught the customer service etiquettes, and because training actually plays a very important role that actually help us to differentiate from the local salon chain, right? So also at the same time, people from all across the globe, they basically travel to Trust Launch. They share their inputs, new insights, new global trends, and the innovative techniques, which basically help us to, in developing our right skill set. So we basically ensure that the franchise is also supported with the 360-degree marketing support. 360-degree marketing support, like we do have different platforms of marketing. We have a digital platform. We do have influencer marketing. We have performance marketing. We have a Google marketing. So there are different types of marketing that the franchisee is supported with. The idea is basically to attract the customer and to connect with the right kind of target audience, which is very important for our business, right? And there are some prominent occasions of India wherein we do get a chance to connect with the customer through online. So we do contribute in terms of footfall attraction, and make sure that the desired footfall basically hit out to any particular salon, right? So other than that, we do have a periodic trainings in Trust Launch Academy. So whenever if any delegate is coming from out of India, probably we convey the same message to our hairdresser community or the beauty community to make sure that this training should be attended by all, to make sure that they should get the right exposure, right? So what is happening in the market, and what about the new trends that are coming, about the new product training. A lot of new products gets introduced, like the L'Oreal has recently introduced the Red Can product, which actually adds a lot of value addition in our overall portfolio. So the best part is that, so when any franchisee associates with us, probably we have our solid brand repo with the L'Oreal India. Based on that, the franchisee is eligible to get the extra discount of 18%, that is over and above the distribution discount, which is purely based on our goodwill. So this makes the franchisee to ensure that he should be maintaining the healthy margins in his business, right? So other than that, we do offer the franchisee a complete POP material, like the display walls where the product gets displayed on the branding. So these basically walls are basically given free of cost to the franchisee to make sure that he doesn't have to spend anything extra on on the creation of these walls, right? So these are basically inclusive of the franchisee fee that the marketing get. So other than that, we also have a support of graphic designer. So if the franchisee is looking out to introduce some, offers like 20%, 30%, 40%, probably he can get in touch with our graphic designer. The graphic designer will be ensuring the right sort of creative should be, created for the franchisee and should be conveyed within the deadline, right? So other than that, the most important part is basically we do offer them the IT billing software. So we have a software that is equipped with all the analytical PowerPoint skills, wherein this basically gives an overview every month, like how many customers are coming, like which are those customers who have come last month, who have not come this month. So what is the contribution of the overall sales that is coming from the different categories? So these inputs basically help us to maintaining a strong grip over the business, right? And about salon franchisee, basically there are certain reasons that one should look to associate with us. We do have a royalty support for first 3 months, right? For the franchisee, that can be extended up to 6 months as well. So basically this 6 months support is basically a settle down period for the franchisee in case if somebody is not coming from the salon background. So he can look to absorb these 3 months, understanding the whole dynamics of the salon, how the salon has to be operated, what are the operations that needs to be kept in the mind, what are the morning checklist, evening checklist, how do we manage the conflict among the staff, so what are the leadership traits that a franchisee is required to basically run a successful team. So this will basically help you to having a very competitive edge over the others and having access to the most advanced technology as well. So at the same time, we have also started the aesthetic services across the salon. So wherein we are spending heavily on the on some machines that actually carries a very advanced technology in terms of aesthetics. So aesthetics has basically very high market potential. So we want to capture those customers basically who are willing to spend significantly just to get their services like acne treatment or laser treatments, permanent makeovers, permanent eyelashes, Botox treatments. So there are various sort of treatments that's basically covered under the aesthetics new category that we have launched.
So I think
So
because this is all the details which you're providing, we can have a one-to-one discussion with our participants, and then we can provide them a proper detail, a proper insight about the brand. And because we are running out of with time, and we'll have to move forward with the next brand, and we already exceeded
no
time.
problem,
So
no problem.
anything which you
So
think is important, which we can cover. So I'll start taking up some questions from the Q&A box.
right. So I think the major part that everybody is more concerned about the ROI that we can discuss based on the questions and answers, right? So basically we can answer the questions based on the priority. So if in case somebody is looking to understand the P&L of the company, we do have an overview of the P&L, how the P&L looks like, and what are the expenses that are involved, which covers in the capex, opex, so that we all can cover.
Perfect. So I would like to take up some questions. Some questions are already there into the Q&A box, but as we have already exceeded the time, so I'll take up some questions from the Q&A box, and then we can connect for the one-to-one discussion, guys. We'll connect you with the brand for a detailed discussions also. So first
Sure.
question is being asked by Mr. Sharma. Do you provide supply of products also?
So basically, every city has a master franchisee of brand like L'Oreal or GK or any other brand, right? So basically, these products are basically distributed via the master franchisee to the franchisee, right? So basically, we have nothing to do with our with the product distribution at all. So so this basically ensures the extra discounts based on our goodwill is being passed on to the franchisee as committed.
Perfect. I think it answers the question being asked by Mr. Sharma. Mr. Jamal is asking how many, okay, so he's asking about the area which is required and also who provides the trainer.
Who provides the?
Trainer. I think this is related to the academic part
So
which you
basically
were
all
discussing.
these, so first of all, the area, the minimum area that we are looking for Tress Lounge is 2000 square feet, right? Preferably on the ground floor. First floor is only preferable in the case if the escalator is there, right? Point number two, that about the trainer. So basically we have tie up with the L'Oreal. So we have a very comprehensive training sports system that is offered by the L'Oreal, right? So we have our trainers who basically travel to different parts of the country just to get the overview and exposure of the different parts of training in the different categories. So if in case somebody is looking, if somebody is looking to, is he looking to hire a trainer or something like that? Neha, I want to understand this.
No, I think this is related to the, for hiring of the trainers because we
Okay,
were
so
talking
when we,
about the
so when
trainer.
we, so when we offer the academy part, basically, so all the trainers are basically provided by us only, right?
Okay.
Yes, 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 yes. Because
Great.
academy, the trainers are basically very integral part of any academy. So they are the drive
So you
pillars.
take care the part of trainers, like you
So
do provide the
absolutely. So
trainers
this is taken
irrespective
care.
of any location.
Yes, this is taken care by the brand.
Perfect. I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful. All right. So I'll move forward to the last question. I'll take up the last question for now. Is this academy franchisee is a part of Salon franchisee?
See, academy business is very separate business that has nothing to do with the salon business. But I mean, in certain instances, people have opened up their academy along with the salon. Salon, basically having a salon along with academy ensures the practical learnings are being imparted along with the theoretical knowledge. Though we have a theoretical classroom sessions in the academy as well, but salon provides a very good overview in terms of imparting the practical knowledge. So either one can open the academy separately, or one can, combine it both the business together.
Okay,
That
so
makes
you have
sense.
both the options to give in the
Yes,
market.
yes.
All right, I think it explains it very well. Thank you so much, Vikas ji. Though we've taken the extra time, but I mean, I think I could take more questions, but as we have already one more brand who's waiting for his number, so we'll move forward with this. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving so much information to all our participants related to your brand. And we wish you all the good luck for your brand. And definitely, we are going to connect you with the investors, with the participants one to one to take the conversation forward. So thanks a
Thank you,
lot. I
Neha.
hope you will have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you.
So thank you. So with this, I would like to move forward to our next brand, the last brand for today. And our last brand and the next brand is Pitman Trainings. They're world's renowned brand in vocational education with 180 years of heritage, 100 plus locations in 10 plus countries. They trains over 25,000 students each year. We have Mr. Sankalp from Pitman to tell you more about the brand and also about the business opportunities they have in Indian market for all of you. I would like to welcome Sankalp. I would like to request you to please tell us more about the brand and
Thank you
also
so much,
about the
Neha.
opportunities you have to share with our participants. Over to you, Sankalp.
Sure. Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you. Well, hi guys. My name is Sankalp, which I work with Envision Brands, which is a sister concern of Franchisee India, and we own the master right of Pitman here in India. Right. So, any investor, any person who wants to open a Pitman Institute in India will have to go through us because we are the brand here. So, in future, supposedly we get a lot of investors from this particular webinar. Once we get connected one on one, I mean. This is a 187-year-old UK-based brand which was started by Sir Isaac Pitman, who also invented the shorthand. Right now, if we talk about the problem statement here, as you can all see, the most important thing that is missing is skill set development, right? What Pitman does is, if I talk about the courses that it has, starting from financial management, a very basic Microsoft PowerPoint Excel course. It takes you up till how to become a YouTuber or how to become an Instagram influencer. It is that interesting and that detailed. And the best part is that it is all on an LMS. It is a hybrid model. The students will have to go to the institutes and finish their hours or complete their hours, do their assignments. Um, If I talk about the financials here, if I talk about the financial uh, model of Pitman in India here, then we are offering a unit franchisee model for 30 lakh rupees, in which rupees 10 lakh is the franchisee fee and 20 is the setup cost. If I talk about the master franchisee plan, the total cost of it is 70 lakh rupees, in which 50 is the master fee and 20 is once again the setup cost. The area requirement for this particular center for a unit is 2000 square feet. And if I talk about the area requirement for an excellence center, that would be around 2500 square feet. Right. Give me a moment, please. So, if I talk about the mode of education here in detail, as I said, it is a self-learning platform. The child will go to the institute. For example, if he is doing an HR management with Pitman training, uh, there are recorded lectures there that the child will study, and I mean you don't need to hire a lot of teachers because you won't need teachers. As I said, it's hybrid, and by hybrid I mean you just need an invigilator there who can guide the children to if in just in case there's a problem. So that is one of the best part because you would not be spending a lot on staff. So all we need is one owner of the entire center. I would need one manager, and the third one would be our invigilator who will be taking care of the children in the particular center. Right. I hope you have a lot of questions here, so we can have some now.
Sure, Sankalp, we can take up the questions, but before that, if you can just put more light about on the investment and on the margins and the profitability side of the brand, how the franchisee partner are going to get benefited after taking the franchisee, what all support the brand will be providing to the
Definitely.
franchisee partners.
Mhm. Right, I get that. So, as I said, there are two financial models for pitman training in India. One is the unit franchisee model. The total cost of that particular model is 30 lakh rupees, in which 10 lakh is the franchisee fee and 20 is the setup cost. Now, if I talk about the return on investment, that is around 15 to 18 months from one particular center. Right. If I talk about the financials of the master franchisee here, the total cost is 70 lakh rupees, in which 50 is the master fee, as I said earlier, and 20 is once again the setup cost. Right. Benefits of having a master franchisee would be that you would be catering to one entire state. For example, I own the master right for Delhi NCR region, right? So any other investor who would want a unit model for Pitman, he or she would have to go through me. Point number one. Point number two would be the master franchisee owner would be earning a part of the royalty from the percentage. And if I talk about the another positive point, that would be getting a share from the franchisee fee from every unit franchise that he or she opens. Right, Neha?
Yes, Sankalp, thank you so much. I'll take up some questions from the Q&A box now. The question which is asked by somebody is if you can let us know about the fee structure.
Well, so the Indian fee structure, the very basic courses will start from 5,000 rupees, taking you up till 45 to 50K per month, per particular course.
Okay, so you are
So the
saying
Indian
45 to
pricing for the
50,000
courses is
per course is the fee structure. Okay. And
starting
Mr.
from
Summer
5
has
to 10.
asked, all right, and Mr. Summer has asked about the marketing support, what marketing support the brand will be providing.
So Sama, hi. Being very honest, you are getting two good deals out of this particular deal. One, you're getting Franchisee India as a partner of yours. The second one being Pitman Training as your partner, right? So we own Pitman here in India. We are Pitman here in India. So you talk about helping you from the scratch, starting from a center or your property allocation. Franchise India, we will be there. Envision will be there. Pitman will be there, right? So we would be catering end-to-end services for you till the time, because we are also earning from you here. That's why we would be working with you very closely. We would be a business partners here, not someone, who just cracked a deal and just did its job. So we will act as partners here and we would be doing everything together.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad has asked a question, Sankalp here. What kind of courses are taught at Pitman? A bit elaboration, please.
Definitely, yes. So that's a very good question because, as I said, Pitman starts from the very basic course. That is, you talk about a Microsoft Excel, a PowerPoint training course, right? That is one aspect of Pitman. Now it also takes you up till how you become how you can become a YouTuber. How can you become an Instagram influencer? How can you so financial management, wealth management, HR management, business management, masters in management. It has everything for you here. So these would be short-term courses, right? These would be diploma courses, not long-term degree courses.
So you mean to say that you, pitmen, as a pitman, you guys are into vocational courses, and if you can just tell us about the certifications, because in India also there are so many,
Mhm.
entities are there, so many institutes are there, they're providing
Right.
these kind of vocational courses. So how pitman is different from these institutions which are already running that to maybe on the same price range or maybe on a lower price range? So how do you give this difference? To the people or to the students who wants to join your, because when we talk about vocational courses, it's not always important that the students only come for these kind of courses, because these are the courses which increases your skills. So even an
Right.
employee, the person who
Right.
are working somewhere, they can also join such courses, and they do. So how we can give the different, how are we going to
Definitely, yes.
differentiate and give them the difference between the institutes, the local institute or the national institutes which are already there in the market, in India market, from Pitman?
Right. Well, Neha, first of all, that's very interesting. It's a very interesting point here. Being very honest, so Pittman is currently situated in 87 countries all across the world. Right. Pittman caters to almost 25,000 students in a year, which is not a small number. Right. It is a 187-year-old brand which was started by a known personality. Right. And if I talk about the quality or the type of courses that are here, that are with Pittman, uh, we have no competition here. So I don't think anybody in the market is currently teaching how to become an Instagram influencer. They're teaching how to market an influencer, but they're not teaching how to become one. Right. And if I talk about just one category, which is this influencer category, I mean, a child starting from 3 years of age, going up till 75 years of age, is trying to become an influencer nowadays, right? So who doesn't want that? So this is where Pittman comes in the picture. It starts with not just building your skills, but it takes you to a next level altogether. The centers are so beautifully made. I mean, you talk about the tech in the centers. It is all from Pittman's side, and it's amazing. It's that updated.
Also, if we can just let us know about the training process, the models which are being used. Is this an online training program, or there'll be an offline classrooms or teachers who will be present and providing the trainings? And if it is an offline process of training, so who would be giving or who will be doing the recruitment of the trainers and to meet or to match that criteria which is being
I
set
get
by
it.
Pittman, because this is a global brand and they have their branches and outlet globally. So I'm sure they are following, and they are following a process, a standard process in terms of hiring the staff and hiring the teachers. So how do we meet that criteria?
Neha, what we do is what Pittman does is we use the train your trainer program. So all the hiring part would be done by the investors, and Franchisee India would be helping them out for sure. Point number one. Point number two would be, as I said, we would be there for end-to-end support. Right. So we are the brand here in India, Neha. So I mean, that is how it works, Neha.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sankalp, for your time. Thanks a lot for answering
Neha,
so many
thank you. Thank you.
questions. Guys, as you know that in our this webinar, we won't be able to give you a proper brief, a detailed brief about a brand, but yes, we give you a snapshot or a little brief, an overview about the brand, so that you get to know an idea and you get an understanding if the brand suits or meets your requirement, the industry specific requirement, or the business specific requirement. But yes, we can take the conversation further once we connect one to one. And I'm sharing the registration link for our tomorrow's webinar. Tomorrow we are going to cover the salon industry, salon and academy industry. And I hope the brand details which we have shared with you today are going to help you in understanding and helping you in taking your decision forward towards the business. So thanks a lot, Sankalp, for being a part of this webinar
Thank
today
you,
and
Neha.
sharing your
Thank
brand
you.
details with our participants. So
Thank you.
guys, tomorrow again we are coming up. So tomorrow is Sunday, but yes, as you know that we come every day for next. We are going to come every day for next few days. 14th would be our last day. So we are going to come for next 5 days. Tomorrow we are going to share with you some great opportunities with Salon and Academy. The brands we are going to share with you are Celebrate Life, Hairmaster Glitz, ISAS, UK Fashion Institute, and Mania Salon. To join our tomorrow's webinar at 7 p.m., please click on the link which I have shared into the chat window. You can just click on that link and you can get yourself registered in advance. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you will have a wonderful evening ahead. And I have dropped down the contact details. You can directly reach out to me at 8800493728. We can have a one-to-one discussion if you want to discuss anything, if you want to connect with any brand for the further communication. Also, my team is going to reach out to you to take the conversation further to help you in your journey of becoming an entrepreneur. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good night, everyone.